Push P. Yeah, push P. Turn me up. Turn me up, P. Corners in the paddock, get my piece. Push P. Cop new hammers for my P. We don't want no.
Hello to my beautiful, beautiful people of YouTube. This is Cree, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. As always, I truly, truly do appreciate you. All right, y'all. Oh Lord, Skai Jackson. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about her. Who are we? Okay. I mean, come on, y'all. Who didn't see any of this coming? Stevie Wonder could have seen this coming. Ray Charles could have seen this coming from the grave. I mean, I don't even know what to say, for real. And don't get me wrong, I'm not laughing at what's happening to her. It's just funny because we knew this was coming. You know, I did a video on Skai about 6 months ago when she was still pregnant. And it's like the writing was on the wall then. So I don't know why it's so shocking now that now she's got a restraining order against her significant ass baby daddy. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, Skai Jackson, who is a former child star, who was a huge hit on the Disney Channel on the show Jessie, Hey Jessie, and the spinoff Bunked. And it came out in the latter part of 2024 that she was pregnant with her first child. She's 22 years old now. She's been in the business, practically all of her life. I know since she was a toddler at least. And, you know, she really had the potential to grow up to be a huge star. You know, she's sassy, she's spunky, and, you know, she's a very beautiful girl. Very beautiful young woman. But I would say maybe over the course of the last maybe 5 to 7 years, her acting and her talent has kind of taken a back seat. And the stuff that's going on in her personal life has been on the forefront. She beefing with other chicks online, getting into Twitter beefs with Bad Baby and Azalea Banks and a whole bunch of other people that I don't really know. And on the outside, to the general public, it just looked like, oh, these girls just attacking this baby, this sweet little girl. How dare they do this to her? But no, baby, no. That's not what it was at all. No, honey, she the one. She the culprit. She the one starting all this stuff. And it seems to always be behind some dude. Now, it's pretty much known at this point that Skai's preference of men, the street dudes, the dope boys, the hood booger YNs, as they call it. So when she wound up pregnant by a young man that goes by the name of Yerky, it really didn't shock me. Disappointed, sure, but not really surprised, because you know, like with any woman, when you see the young kids coming up, when you see the young girls come up, and you see them growing into women, you want the best for them. You want them to, well, at least most of us, rather, we want them to come up and do better than we did growing up. You know what I mean? We want them to make smarter decisions so they don't have to go down the roads that we did. But just like we was hard-headed and had to learn the hard way, then so do these young girls coming up now. And that's pretty much what's going on with her at this point. So fast forward to present day, it looks like that young Skai has now filed a restraining order against Yerky. Now, the restraining order is stemming from an alleged attack that came to her on Mother's Day. In this restraining order, she claims that he has slammed her head against the backseat of a window, hit her in the face while she was holding their son, who is now 3 months old, well, maybe 4 months old by the time this recording gets posted. And it is also alleged in the reports that he made her drink bleach, or he tried to make her drink bleach while she was pregnant in order to terminate the pregnancy. Now that's just crazy. What kind of shit is that? But what I'm not understanding, and I'm not victim shaming when I say this, but I'm trying to figure out if she's looking for sympathy or a crowd of women to rally behind her, or what. I want to be sympathetic to the situation, but it's really hard for me to be, especially when even Ray Charles can see from the grave that little boy ain't shit. Now, I don't know very much about the little boy, but when he came out with that tweet at the end of 2024, when Skai was still pregnant, and he talking about, I can't believe I knocked up this dumb Disney B. I hate that 304. I mean, who did you think he was? Those are definitely not the words of a Prince Charming at all. Hell, he was locked up when she met him. She was his pen pal. And when he got released, they got together. I mean, it's not some straight love after lockup shit with them. It's not like she did not know who he was. It's not like he was one way when they got together, and now after the baby came, now he done switched up. No, he's been like this from the beginning. In my last video I did on Skai back in December, I said that Skai wants a thug. She likes thugs. She want her a dusty ass, gutter ass nigger. It's apparent in every dude that she has been known to kick it with. The only one that we know of that was the total opposite of that was the dude, Jules Smith, aka Beyonce's nephew, Solange's son. And guess what? She dumped him. Why? Because he wasn't a thug. If you got 100 people telling you not to do something and actually tell you what the consequences are, or what the potential consequences are for doing that, and then you turn around and still do it and actually end up suffering the consequences that we warned you about, I'm not feeling bad for you. I can't. You knew what this man was about, and you let him shoot the club up anyway and put a baby up in you. Then she also stated in the restraining order that he caused her to have a bloody nose. There was an encounter last year where he broke her iPhone and choked her against the kitchen counter when he checked her phone and saw that she was texting another man. And then after she made the statement that he demanded that she drink bleach to terminate her pregnancy, she says he then walked me to the car with the knife in his hand, telling me to get in the driver's seat, and if I had called out for help, he would poke me in the stomach. He then called his friend, telling him that he was about to unalive me. He told me to drive to the doctor to get a termination. When I tried to, he asked me, was I crazy and why would I want to kill our child? She also says that she has video documentation from last July in 2024 when he allegedly punched through the door of an upstairs bathroom that she had locked herself in for safety and suffocated her until she couldn't breathe. And said that there was a 6-month period where he choked her or slammed her head into a wall about once a week, destroyed a television, and punched holes in her walls. But apparently this is who you wanted to have a child by. He's threatened her with a handgun and a rifle and a switchblade. Threatened to have a family member to come and unalive her and her mom. And then also threatened to unalive her when she suggested that they go to therapy. But the funny thing is, she says that he did all of this to her last year, but the only one that was arrested in a DV situation between them was her. She went to jail. She got arrested for putting hands on him. But why wasn't he arrested for doing all of this stuff to her? Because trust and believe me, the police would have taken her side. They would have believed her over anything Yerky had to say. So now I really have to wonder what all of this is all about. Did he really do any of this, or is this for revenge because he's embarrassed you time and time again? It's apparent and obviously clear that he does not want you. He's literally told it to the world that he don't want you. And so now you got to make him pay. That's what it sounds like to me. You know what? I could be wrong. I could be wrong about all of that, but I don't really think I am. I really don't. So let me tell you about an interesting story that I just discovered while doing a little bit of research here. So one of the questions that had kind of been racking my brain over these last few months, especially when I did my last video that I did on Skai at the end part of 2024, is where is her father? Where is her daddy? We know her mama was there, but we haven't heard anything about her dad. Now, I was able to look online, and People magazine had an article about a man by the name of Jacob Jackson, and apparently Jacob Jackson and Skai's mom, Kiya, was married at maybe the latter part of the 90s, early 2000s. They had Skai in April of 2002. And then not long after Skai was born, they got divorced. And from the time that Skai was 9 months old, her mama been handling her career, been having her out on the stroll. I mean, out on the audition circuit, getting her daughter whatever gig that she can. But we have not heard anything about her dad. And it seems like that the main pictures that are out there of him and Skai is pictures of Skai when she was a baby. And it looks like I was able to find one picture of them together as she got older, during their Disney years. So it definitely made me wonder, and kind of made me give the side eye a little bit just to see if he was even there, if there was even a relationship. But then the plot got a little thicker. I stumbled upon a Facebook post that Skai made back in June of 2020. It's a Happy Father's Day post, right? And nosy me, I gotta mosey on down to the comments to see what people have to say. I came across this comment here from I'm not gonna put his whole name, but Mr. Simon. And he has this picture and it's like, this is her biological father, Jacoby, with Mr. Simon. And then he writes down further in the comments, this is your biological daddy, not the man you see on the picture with her. She was 1 year old when the mama left him and daddy passed away. So I don't know if maybe the guy in the picture is who passed away, and if that's who she was originally married to, or the comments aren't very clear on that. So it sounds like mama was double dipping in some pot somewhere, and it looked like we might have a potential paternity issue. But if one of the men has passed away, then I guess that leaves the other one the dad by default. Like I said, I don't know. It just, that was very, very puzzling when I saw that. But then that right there is exactly my point. She had no positive male figures in her life growing up. All she had was her mother. And it seems like that, I don't want to say it like this, but it seems like that her mother's main focus was getting the bag. Getting the bag and make sure that her daughter was on her P's and Q's with remembering her lines and, being like the next new Raven Simone. Then she growing up with a man that she believed might be her dad, but then might not be her dad. Then there's some other man that might be her dad that's dead. I'm like, there's a lot going on. And it's very possible that these quote unquote daddy issues is what's led Skai down this path of self-destruction, especially when it comes to men. But hey, man, I gotta dig a little more deeper into that, because it seems like I was looking for one thing and then I kind of went down a rabbit hole that I did not expect to go down. So yeah, more to come on that one though. But I mean, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on what's going on with her now? I mean, yeah, she got this restraining order granted against the yerky dude. Now, that's up to her whether or not she gonna actually abide by it and stay away from him and stay away from people like him. But I mean, only time will tell. Only time will tell what's gonna be the outcome of that. But like I said before, when you do not have a constant, positive male role model in your life growing up, or you don't grow up with any kind of father figure that can teach you and guide you towards the type of man that you should be around, then you definitely gonna end up on the wrong path when it comes to these men. And that definitely might be the case when you do not know who your dad is. But anyway, let's get down in the comments and talk about it. Let's be respectful though, but let's talk about it. Like I always say, we ain't gotta agree, but you ain't got to be nasty about it. Okay? But anyway, if you have made it this far, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see y'all in the next video. My name is Cree. Y'all be easy.